Welcome back to Media 7. We're discussing sex, teenagers in the media with Women's Day editor Sarah Henry, Media Teen Peebles Hooper and Stella Magazine editor Emily Wilson. We move on now to what is billed as New Zealand's biggest selling teenage magazine for teenage girls, 181,000 readers, Girlfriend magazine. We had a look at it and to be honest, as a bunch of crusty old journalists, we were kind of shocked at what was in this. So you can have a look at what some of the advice therein is.
You don't want to be interrupted by your parents, teacher or annoying friends in the middle of a kiss. If you're feeling ambitious, you could invite him to come hang out with you at your favourite beach or park. Guys are generally pretty awkward when it comes to romance, so they'll be grateful to you for choosing the location and making it easy for them.
I've been sexually active with my boyfriend for a couple of years. We don't use condoms, but I've never fallen pregnant. Is there anything wrong with me? During and after sex, is the man's sperm meant to stay in you? Because it comes out of me and I don't know if that's normal. My ex and I have been best mates since we broke up recently, but he wants to have sex and fingers me still. He has a girlfriend and I feel bad about it, even though I hate her. I have gone along with it for a while now, but I feel really played out and taken advantage of.
And there was more where that came from. You can actually have a look at that if you like, Sarah. I'll just take the diaphragm out and... It's not really, but it might as well be. We actually asked the editor of Girlfriend magazine to come on and she declined, but they did give us a statement which said, Girlfriend magazine takes its role in a teen girl's life very seriously. We have a strong and ongoing commitment to socially responsible publishing. At Girlfriend magazine, we understand the pressure of growing up a teenager in New Zealand, and we do everything we can to ensure our readers feel confident as they go through this delicate life stage without pushing them to grow up too fast. Pebbles, what did you make of Girlfriend magazine? Because I thought, OK, we can't keep sex a secret from teenage girls. If that doesn't work, we know that. But I read in vain for something that said, take your time, wait until you're ready, don't feel pressured into it. The message seemed to be, why aren't you having sex already?
Yeah, I think kids have to learn one way and they trust Girlfriend magazine because it's not asking anyone, it's easy to get hold of. You know, your mum doesn't have to, you don't have to have awkward situations or anything, but I thought that the, what is it? Like for 16-year-olds and over, and it's sort of...
Well, it says 13 to 19-year-olds, and the opening words to the editor's blog announcing that particular issue, the Dudes and Dates issue, said, "Hi girls, how were the school holidays?" I found it odd.
I mean, I think what we're reading here is no different to what was in a magazine 20 years ago that I read to get that sort of information. I mean, parents... But
you were probably reading Cleo, you were reading your mum's Cleo.
No, I was reading Dolly magazine, which was the equivalent to Girlfriend magazine. And, you know, this stuff... They have a responsibility to their readers to provide education. I mean, that's what magazines are there to do. And parents are going to be responsible for talking to their children about sex to a certain point, but you're not going to sit and discuss intimate details with your parents. I mean, God, how embarrassing. This is where these magazines come into it. And I think that we're naive to think that 16-year-old kids, 15-year-old kids aren't having sex.
But the reader of the month in there is 13.
Absolutely. There's also people in there who are 19, 17, 18, 25. You know, what they're trying to do is provide socially responsible journalism in that they're giving the readers the information. They're not saying to them, go out and do this. They're saying, here's the information. You need to make up your own mind to make an informed choice. It
seemed like it was information about how to deceive your parents and put yourself in a compromising position, though. There's another thing in there about meeting a guy on the internet. There is no hint of net safety.
Sure, but then the guy that she meets on the internet goes and moves in with her with the parents. So clearly the parents didn't have an issue. I mean, that's where the responsibility stops. They're trying to educate their readers. I don't find it shocking at all.
How about you, Emily? Your magazine goes to the same target market.
Yeah, we concentrate more on fashion because we didn't feel it was our place to discuss issues like sex with our readers because they're going to... It's not... I don't think it's socially responsible journalism to talk about how to French kiss a boy. They need to sort of find that in their own their own way through probably more likely their friends, chatting like that. It becomes a different issue when you're publishing it in the media saying this is a manual how to do it by, with sort of 25-year-old editors or something telling 13-year-old girls, use your tongue.
But what are teenage girls like now? Are they more confident than they used to be? Do they know more Pebbles?
I think they do. They open up to a lot more. They have access to websites and, they're not reading, I don't reckon a lot of them are reading Girlfriend anymore. It's going much younger because they want to do what the older kids are doing. But in saying that, there was an article in this that said, I don't remember where it was, but it was something like, if you get really wasted, what to do, advice answers if you get really wasted. And, I mean, what's the legal age to drink, like 18? I mean, I don't think 18-year-olds are going to...
You'd know, if you go to any secondary school that doesn't have a uniform in Auckland and watch the kids come out, you will see the Paris Hilton girls tottering out on their high heels and their short skirts. What's that about? Do they see her as a role model or what?
I think because she has so much media attention, like she's a bit of an icon. I mean, it just is a known thing. Everyone knows her name. She's one of the most famous girls for not really doing much, and she's sort of in the grasp of girls that age. She can, girls can sort of relate to her in a way because she's blonde and not very smart and doesn't really dab on issues that your parents would care
of
about.
course, there are a lot of parents who are concerned that the one thing she's known for is being an internet video giving blowjobs. Does that occur to teenage girls? Is that relevant for them?
I sort of the Simple Life she was in, all that sort of dumb crap, and if your parents say she's not cool, 13-year-olds or 12-year-olds are going to think she's awesome because your parents think they're losers. So she is sort of, in a weird way, even though she's super rich and lives in LA, girls feel like they can relate to her. So I think that's why they want to be like her. But in saying that, they're sort of exposed to a lot more...
But they actually said she's stupid. Do they want to be stupid? Because that's not actually what's happening in schools.
Well, they don't want to
Girls are
work
doing better than boys, aren't they?
I think a lot of the time kids are blindly sort of copying, not thinking that they say just see Paris Hilton and she's wearing a midriff top and they go, oh, that's cool, I'll wear a midriff top, but they're not thinking this is a sexual theme that I'm putting out there. That's a much older thought. They don't have that at 13. It's not a conscious I'm trying to be sexy, it's just I want to copy Paris.
Yeah.
And what happens when they do get older? Who do they want to copy then?
Oh, any number of celebrities.
Yeah, what are the media influences? Because you've got a degree in psychology with an emphasis on feminism, and feminist theory would hold that if women are objectified in the media, that makes it easier for violence against women to happen, damages women's self-image. Is that actually the case?
I think the media can be a tool to be used in the reverse at the same time, because a lot of women don't feel quite so alone if their opinions are shared with other people and they're getting sort of feedback. I'm like that too, but it definitely has self-esteem issues, the media as well, with models and that sort of thing.
We're going to go to a break now, and when we come back we'll wrap it up with some final thoughts. And we'll also catch Simon Pound's discussion with a visiting author and lapsed journalist who's made Russia his specialty.